Hello friends, family, and other creatures of the sea, and welcome back to a best of 3 between two fantastic Protoss players. Here in the bottom left, perhaps the greatest Protoss player at the moment. It is of course herO, playing for team DKZ. And in the top right as our other red Protoss player, also playing for DKZ apparently, it's going to be Jieshi over here, Jieshi. The player formerly known as Mystery. And I actually have a good story about Jieshi. I know I'm mispronouncing it. If you know the correct pronunciation, please tell me all about it in the comments. I can't wait to read it. But the first time I met this player, when he was still called Mystery, was at WCS 2015 in America. I want to say it was season 3 or season 2. He played the round of 32. I think he played the day before me. And we noticed that he wasn't using any control groups for his army at all. Like, legitimately none. And for Terran players, that isn't too odd, right? A lot of them just exclusively use F2 to control their army. But I had actually never seen it before with a Protoss player, because it meant that every single time he moved his army, the unit that was in hold position in his wall would move away from the wall as well, which is obviously a terrible thing to have happen. Now, I think at this point he is using control groups, although to a somewhat limited degree. It's just one of those things I absolutely could not believe. Still is probably a rather slow Protoss player. Really, you know, he thrives when it comes to the thinking. He has a solid brain, but the speed usually not there quite as much. Double adept opener coming out of both players here, as we also have both players with a quick probe scout. No proxy pylons on the map for now. An exciting PvP, hopefully here, as... Ooh. Interesting pylon positioning. Will block a little bit of his own mineral mining. I don't think it will block his nexus. It does seem to be in the correct spot still. I'm sad to say that I had it on multiple occasions where I blocked my own nexus with my third pylon that I built downstairs. You put it in a location that's a little bit too ambitious, and all of a sudden you don't have a natural anymore. But that's life. Robotics facility here on the way is a follow-up for our red Protoss player. And a Stargate coming out for herO. This should be a block with a battery. And it is going to be a block. No! Oh no. That is bad. Robo is not being scouted yet. So that is a relatively nice start here. And these Stalkers might actually get the kill on this probe before it gets to see anything. This is just barely out of range. You can't be serious. Oh no, herO now believes he's completely safe. But this isn't all in. And if herO doesn't quite read that properly, that could have some dire consequences. The funny thing is that this pylon is actually backfiring now. If this pylon wasn't here, these two adepts scouting the lack of a nexus would be a huge tell. I'd be like, wait, why don't you have a natural yet? But right now, they're going, hello? Oh my god, you can't be serious. Can we get a freaking block in at some point? No, apparently is the answer. Pull the workers, pull the workers. No, don't pull them. Lose 4 instead. These two adepts are going to get recalled back home as well. So the third gate has been spotted here, and herO in a fantastic position with an Oracle and these two adepts. He's going to be capable of dealing a lot of damage. This pylon is still up as well. I mean, herO should know at this point that something wonky is going on. It is 16 workers to 24, and here this Oracle is going to spot the robotics facility as well. And that should trigger a response out of herO. And I kind of hope that that response is something along the lines of a robotics facility on his side. Oracle will go down as adepts hit the main base right here. Will kill more and more workers, but herO does need to be careful. Doesn't want to lose every single unit across the map, because he doesn't have all that much at home, of course. New Oracle makes his way across the map and throws down a nexus as well. I mean, this is just insanely greedy here out of herO. I still think it's going to be fine, but it is not necessary. He just killed 19 workers. Like, if you hold your main base at this point, you know you've won the game. Next Oracle comes in, and I think our Chinese Protoss will be forced to tap out here as 4 more workers go down. I think that was a 5th there. No, just 4 workers against this Oracle. You have a probe being sent out to scout. Void Ray being reached. I mean, rather than getting a nexus here, you should obviously be getting 5 batteries in your main base or at your ramp. Just anything to defend at this point, because there's no way you're losing a macro game, right? herO's even going to try to defend his low ground. That's how confident he is in his position. I'm not sure if I am as confident in his position, but maybe I should be. Or maybe I shouldn't. I don't actually know. It is 22 supply of pretty high value units here, especially mixing in that Immortal. And this is all the production that herO has. I think I'm actually worried here. Void Race taking a little bit of a beating, though. Well, a bit more than a little bit of a beating. It's actually getting taken out here. Oh, no, you can't be serious. Phoenix pops out. If the production here gets stopped, then this is going to be the army that herO will have to work with. Yes, there's still a battery, which is something. Oracle's now also coming back home. Prism will get sniped here. And with the Oracle coming in, sentries going down. Immortal does die. And I think that's going to hit as this double gateway combination is still up here as well, waiting to just produce. Super battery can get activated. GG gets called. herO made it a little bit closer than it ever should have been, but still manages to take the win here in game number 1. Quick little game number 1 over there as we hop into game number 2, which will be played on Ancient Cistern. See both players opening over the pylon in their main base, and that's hopefully a good thing here. It's a weird game, that last one. It really felt like Jieshi had an okay build order, but yeah, I mean, losing all of your workers is definitely not the optimal play in these types of scenarios. At least it often isn't. Not that I'm aware, at least. Sometimes it's actually good to lose workers. You know, if you're supply blocked and you want to warp in a DT, you know, a game-changing unit, you really need it. And losing a worker is worth it, but losing 24 workers when you only have 24 workers is generally not considered a very good play. Losing 8 workers against the first 2 adept shading in while having a probe in position, usually also not considered that brilliant. So yeah, rough start here for our blue Protoss player, but we are in our second game as herO with a 1-gate expand here. At least from what I can see, this looks like a 1-gate expand. I wonder how Jieshi is going to deal with it. Is he gonna scout or is he just straight up gonna proxy? Is the first question that I have, of course. Cybernetic Sword will go down. There's a couple of options you have as the aggressor in this scenario. You could just... You can scout this base and run away. Immediately proxy a building blindly, practically. That is not what our blue Protoss player is doing. herO is going to throw down his second pylon on the low ground. Very far forward. That is an uncommon setup here. A couple of things that he's doing are very uncommon. So I've actually played against the 1-gate expand on Ancient Cistern quite a bit, as I have a lot of experience versus MaxPax. The way that MaxPax plays it here is quite smart. So he gets 1 pylon in a position where he can build batteries on the low ground, and then the second pylon he'll build in the main base. Now the reason why the second pylon kind of needs to be in the main base is because in case you're playing against a Stargate opener, you need a battery in your own main base. Right now, if herO would have played against a Stargate opener, he would have been in a world of trouble, and then specifically a proxy Stargate. I don't actually think this is much of an issue because this Stargate is later than herO Stargate. This is a fake. This is an obvious fake, right? Who builds a Stargate right in front of their opponent? I don't think herO buys this at all. It's going to be a cancel and it will go into blink. Yeah, there's no way. This is a... I almost feel like if you're herO here, you know that this ain't real. It's either going to be blink or a 4-gate. Like, it has to be one of these two things. No one in their right mind scouts a Stargate, then waits with throwing down their own Stargate. Oh my god, you can't be serious. How does he mess up the wall again? How does he mess it up again? Come on, pull the workers. You need to deny the scout here. He's actually not going to scout it. That is pretty bad out of herO. If you're herO, this should be such an obvious read. Like, I knew it was going to happen before it happened. So it should be going through your mind. This is not a great wall. As a Phoenix is the first unit, herO is buying it. herO is getting completely tricked here. And if you're getting completely tricked against a 4-gate, that could be an issue. You need Void Race. You need units, my friend. You need something. Triple gate in the wall is not going to cut it. This is just... I think this is over. No matter how much better you are than your opponent. I don't think it matters. Like, you just can't hold. You have no damage output at all. There's going to be 35 Stalkers hitting your base. This 4-gate is way too late. This is one of the not so great executions of a 4-gate either. It hits very late with very little units, I have to admit. First Stalker does get taken out for free. I mean, we have triple Phoenixes. Should be capable of killing 1 Stalker here, perhaps. But at the same time, battery is already being drained here. Another Stalker will get taken out. He's not killing the Phoenix. He's attacking the gate rather than the pylon here. He has a very odd way of prioritizing things here. Jieshi, that is. Jieshi. Pylon gets blasted. Do you clear the gates here? I think you can do both. I think you can clear the gates. You can go into the natural to clear the pylon. You can attack the stalkers. I don't actually think there's wrong calls here. No, only right answers in this case. Do need to move back once the super battery gets activated. He does that correctly. But then from here on out, I mean, just wait a little bit. One more warp in. You're fighting 10, 11, 12 stalkers against 2 stalkers for damage output and half a void ray. That's it. That's it. That really is it. Up, there goes the first void ray. Poof, gets blasted. Now I can start targeting down these phoenixes. I mean, you're trading 1 stalker for 2 phoenixes and a void ray. That's a pretty darn decent trade here. If your name is Jieshi. It's gonna take out a couple more probes. herO is trying to stay alive, adding more and more batteries. Doesn't even have another void ray on the way. It's only producing out of 2 gateways at this moment. We'll get the better end of that trade there. Takes out 1 stalker. Sentries, good. First force field, second force field. Doesn't even need to be used. Can be used though. There's no need yet. 2 stalkers get taken out there for free as this gateway is going to go down. Production completely in shambles. Income completely in shambles as well here for herO. Isn't even outmining his opponent at this moment. We have 1 more sentry force field available that gets used in an interesting way, or in an incorrect way as we would say, but it just doesn't matter. herO bought the trick. And it is a strategy game after all. If you get out-strategized, this can happen no matter how much lower rated your opponent is. You see the blue Protoss player moving in right now. Second super battery gets activated, but this time you can just clear the pylon. You can definitely burst through that. Boom, boom, boom. I want you in my room. herO taps out. And the score is all tied up here in this best of. Game number 3 here on Dragon Skills. Both players opening with a 1 gate expand setup. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be a 1 gate expand. This map actually, out of all the 1 gate maps, and 1 gate maps usually are defined by their ramp from the natural leading down. Out of all the 1 gate maps, I think this one is the worst for the 1 gate expand. And the reason for that is the massive area you have in the main base. For blinking in, for proxy robos, really for anything aggressive. So just something to keep in mind. We have a quick zealot coming out here. Ooh! Nexus goes up. herO is messing this up on purpose. He didn't even try to block. So then he's not messing it up, but he has a plan. The question to me now is, what is that plan? I just don't know. It's hard for me to think of something that he could do. Like, what is here? What is there that he can... He's gonna fight against the zealot as well. Try to go for a pylon. We have this zealot being chronoed out. Stalker maybe being chronoed out. Nexus going down into warp gate. All of a single gas. Jieshi taking this gas is also a pretty wild move, but it's okay. It's okay. He's actually spending so much money on assimilators right now that he can't afford a stalker. That is kind of unfortunate, but at the same time, this stalker is no threat just by itself. Like, what's it gonna do? Walk across the map, win? No, it's impossible. There's a stalker here coming out already. Zealot is moving in towards the mineral line. If the micro here isn't good, could actually deal some damage. Gets 1 kill. Gonna get 2 kills here. Yep, 2 kills. Gonna get 4 kills? Are you mad? That zealot is not supposed to kill 4 workers. There was nothing else going on. There was nothing else going on, and he got 4 kills. Now, there is... This Nexus is significantly faster. So, yes, we gotta keep in mind that 4 workers went down, but at the same time, this Nexus could probably produce at least 3 workers before this Nexus finishes up. And we have a Zealot still out here for Jieshi, who now has a no second Stalker. Oh my god, you can't be serious. How is herO winning this game with 3 units? This should not be possible. This is one of these things that really shouldn't be happening, and yet here we are. Robo going down for both players as they have similar plans, but I much prefer this position for herO all of a sudden, as he's going to be up 2 Stalkers. 3 versus 1. Zealot will be there to be annoying, force the micro, but if the Stalker is just slightly out of position here, that could be a huge deal. Gateway gets added in. Not so sure if that's going to be enough though, because this pylon is actually going to be in a little bit of danger. This battery might not finish up. Sentry popping out soon. I think you need the Zealot. I think you really do need the Zealot to tank a little bit for now. So if you don't get that Zealot to tank for you, then you're just gonna straight up die. Stalker's moving by, moving past this area. Pylon gets taken out. I don't think this pylon is in range of this battery. No, it isn't. Gateway does finish up, and herO's just gonna continue. Micro, he's He's making him look like I don't want to say like a bronze player, but like a lower level player. Like you just send a couple of units across the map and you win the game is what herO does over here. This is humiliating almost. 4 more workers going down. First Immortal is about to pop out as we have a triple adept warp in at home for herO with a prism. And I think I have an idea of what this prism is going to do. It's going to head over towards this side of the base. Drop the triple adepts and go for a little bit of harassment damage. Although with the track record that our blue Protoss player has when it comes to blocking adepts from coming in, he might just try and shade in as well. Warp in 3 at the same time into the main base and do some double harass. Stargate coming down as he has spotted the robotics facility, just in case it is something weird like a double Immortal drop. It's nice to get a Phoenix out. These 3 adepts do get some damage in. That's the double adepts. Do we get a warp in the main? Do we get a warp in the main? No. Yes, we do. These adepts are going to finish up as well. I think what you want here... Oh, no, actually, I was going to say you probably want to wait until these adepts die before sending in the next 4. But no, herO is just going in straight away. He's killing 10, 11 workers. This is one-sided. This is a slaughter. This is a murder. GG gets called. herO wins this best of 3 with a 2-1 score in less than, well, what, 15, 16, 17 minutes. Wild stuff here. Does drop a game, but yeah, impressive performance. I'm not quite sure what to think about these PvPs. They were very odd. They were very decisive, kind of from both sides. And that is going to be it for me today. This was a replay from the Korean StarCraft League that was played a couple of days ago. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see all of you next time for a new video. Thanks so much for watching, and bye-bye.